Well, I'm a little disappointed because you should have dyed your beard too.
Yeah,
Because
that's
Should have. Maybe I should have shaved. I'll be back, guys. Give me 10 minutes.
Yeah, just take
I'm
your
kidding.
Super Saiyan blue hair, flip it around, and put it on your chin.
Yeah, but well, yeah, well, if he does that, he need like to cut off. You need to
Oh my
cube
God,
all.
it's gonna be old man beard.
he's Super Saiyan
Roshi
Blue
beard.
Nappa.
Yes, yeah, well, he has too much hair on top, but man. Mais
Exactly.
moi, il y a une chose que j'adore vraiment, genre, c'est que le leader, là, il joue tout de suite ton Unison dès le début.
Oh, fromage. Yeah.
Okay, cut.
No.
Fucking come toi, Karl. Okay, seat
Oh.
fuck.
Hold up. Okay, so I'm good. No, what? I'm kidding. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I had my French filter on. My bad.
The translator was broken in the head.
Like the only thing I really find insane about Thrillist right now is that from turn 0 you have a Unison with two markers on, so your counterplay Vegeta is live turn 0.
That's the problem, though. It's the worst counterplay that's live.
Still, it's
I know.
kinda...
Hey, this is something we can talk about. Let's cut it right now. This is good discussion topic.
It could be the worst counterplay, but at turn 0, it could be a great counterplay.
Exactly. Let's keep this for the team talk. Is Frank
Well,
coming back?
At one point, he's like a boomerang.
He's like a boomerang.
Let me
he's gonna come back.
instant transmission.
There.
I can slam down the tiger.
Dang.
I'm gonna break it.
Which the tiger apparently came at my house during the stream. Apparently, just a bunch of shit fell in the other room. I'm still not going to go check it. I don't know. There's nothing that could have fallen in there that wouldn't have like smashed into a million pieces.
Well, actually, I don't see it.
See, I'm fucking dead. This is Pac-Man's gonna watch this part, and he's just gonna be like, "Oh yes, he was right.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
right."
I take it we're live on recording.
We've been recording since that Super Saiyan hair came in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
I need all my clips in the beginning. So, welcome everybody to another Team Talk, Berserk Team Talk number 14. Before we get started here, just wanted to mention that teammates Nick and Armando both moved off the team to bigger and better things, so we wish them luck. And yeah, we are talking about the black reveals today, the yellow reveals. We're not going to talk about blue this Team Talk. That is going to be next Team Talk when we see everything, because we don't get a clear picture until everything's released anyway. And we'll talk about red as well next week too, so you better stay tuned for that. But let's get this party started. We're also talking about the Nats Gold cards as well too, and we're going to be talking about Jonah's mats here. That'll be right at the end. So let's get this party started. Jay, what are you thinking about that black stuff? What's piquing your interest? What's tickling your fancy?
I'm gonna have to go with the Sin Xeno cards, just in general, but just to point out one or two because I don't want to take over Karl's segment here about Xenosin because I know how much he loves it. Let's go out with Omega Shenron Darkness Absorb.
Yep.
Great card. I'm sure you guys could read the text there, but I don't think as good as the other Omega Shenron Allies Absorb that Yellow has. Just being able to steal a keyword skill and auto from to be able to attack and put things to rest mode or double strike or crit on the yellow side is a lot stronger than this 30k beat stick that doesn't have deflect, doesn't have barrier. It does warp a battle card when you do play it, but it's very lackluster in my opinion.
Well,
for the one cost.
For that, like, I have a different opinion on him. Is like still you're gonna see it on the field like a lot sooner than the yellow one. The yellow one you need to have build up, and you have a lot to. I think you have a lot more work to do to put it down. So this you're gonna see it like in the field turn 2, and the 30k turn 2 for 1 energy it's still a good pressure.
You could get down the yellow 30k allies absorbed turn 2. It's not like a turn 3, turn 4 thing. You
My
could definitely
favorite,
do a turn
yeah.
2.
My favorite part about this is Jay just picked this one to talk shit about the black Shenron just to boost up yellow Shenron again. Just like, look, come on. Like, you might as well play yellow Shenron, guys. Join me. Join the dark side.
I'm still building Black Xeno Shenron. That's not a issue. I just don't think that they've put this. They've given enough support for this deck when it comes to being able to pressure.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Karl interjects on his turn. So, was there another card in black that stuck out to you, or?
Well, the other Omega Shenron, great card. It follows basically the same play line as the Treble Striker for the yellow. Um, again, it's the same concept. 7 black Shadow Dragon cards from your drop to your warp, but it's 2 energy. You don't get to draw a card. Well, you do get to check the top of your deck. It's not like you draw a card with the other one. So again, yeah, this is a solid play. If you could probably get this off turn 2, turn 3, and it would still be a solid play to go into.
That's one thing you got to mention with that one compared to the yellow. Obviously, it's 1 energy, but this is Shadow Dragon cards because you recycle, like, you get a bunch of cards in your drop because the extra cards count too with this. So that's another thing we got to look at. That's why 2 energy, I think, is a little more fair than the yellow one, but you can get that 7 in the drop much quicker and a lot less hurt on your hand, if that makes any sense.
Yep, totally agree with that. And as you're playing cards, you're looking at the top for more Shadow Dragon cards. Yeah, you get to cycle a lot more with this deck. So I do agree. But
And
then again,
still,
it says 3 or more energy. You need to have 3 or more energy. So you're restricted in the same manner as the yellow one, where you need to have 3 energy also.
like, whatever happens to him, like you're dropping him onto the field, it need to be answered. So they're gonna waste resources for it anyway. So yeah, that's my view on it. Like, it's a big beater, it's a big hitter. You gotta deal with it. If it pass, it's gonna slam you.
Yep.
Oh.
One thing that's consistent with these cards that yellow, it's unique. If you put it to rest mode, there's very little manner on being able to, remove it from the field and getting another unique card out in its place.
You mean this one?
Yeah, just like this and the yellow one, like they're both unique. So you can only have one of them out on the field. So if they do respond, if they send it to rest mode or something, there's no way of removing it currently. Well, there was, it got banned. There's no way of removing the unique situation here to be able to replay it or do something different.
Mm-hmm. True.
Okay, Karl. Now tell him why his opinion was horrible and why you love Xenosin Shenron now.
Well, for real, on my part, I think now we have so much tools to play around with this deck. Like for the first glance, the deck screams like a really defensive play, kind of control play. Like, all those blockers gonna be able to free play, and my way of seeing it is like now we have on Spirit Boost, you have a Brainwash No More kind of card that if you're hit with double, triple, or whatever strike skill, you're gonna not this one. So you have a Brainwash No More effect. So like on the Spirit Boost, you're gonna mill like 2. You can self awaken. You can like mill 2 cards off your opponent's effect. So if you, by regards, like, you spirit boosted with your leader, you're gonna spirit boost for the activation of extra card. You're gonna mill 1 because of the leader effect, and you're gonna mill 1 more because of the spell effect, because you mill 1 card off of the effect of the extra card, and you self awaken for 1 spirit boost card. And like, as we said in previous team talk, now, like, where the new super combos that you can like charge behind your Unison for like negating the cost of spirit boosting is gonna be worthwhile in my point of view right now, because like on one activate battle, if you have multiple spirit boosting card on the field, you can literally with this one do brainwash no more, and you can literally do Nimbus Strike for 2 spirit boost costs, and like you're not gonna take strike damage off the one attack that you got. Then after that, you're gonna be able to Nimbus Strike your opponent, and by doing that, you're gonna mail 4 cards off your opponent's deck just by uh, blanking strike damage plus negating, and I only have one more attack for the turn. And with your shitload of blockers that you're gonna be able to play, I think it's gonna be a real stall deck that you're gonna be able to mill a lot your opponent with all those good extra cards. And with the with the Unison recycle thing, you're gonna at the end like you're gonna have less and less monster card or battle cards in your deck. So when you're gonna land the extra card ball where you look top 7 and add the extra card, you're gonna be able to recur the Nimbus one, the striking one, and even the ultimate minus Powerball energy, where it's just like a plus 15 activate battle on spirit boosting. So like I think that deck has really a good potential. Uh, with the first release, it sucks balls for real. Like it's not good. It's fun to play though. The interaction, milling, and everything is pretty insane. But now I think you have a lot of tools to be able to fuck some game up. For
Well
real.
said. Well, that leaves us with Jonah. This is your first team talk here, so everyone welcome him to the team talk. Silent claps here. For anybody that's not familiar with Jonah's face, at least you've probably seen some of his art on my stream with the mats as well. I think all of us have at least one play mat of his. We'll go through all those at the end anyway, but yeah, there's that beautiful Super 17.
Yeah.
But he designs all these, Matt. He's the team designer. What is your input on the black?
Word that a little differently. So I am definitely going to say thanks for having me on, guys. The first card I'd like to talk about is Finn Unison Absorber. I really think this battle card is going to shake up the meta to a degree, especially for black. More or less if you're running the Finn leader, of course, but still, like, it's a 5k 2-drop that's 15k power. Auto, pay 1 black if your opponent has a skillless battle card or a Unison card in play. At the end of battle in which you use this card in a combo from your hand, you can play this card from your drop area in rest mode. And then its other ability, which is the real selling part on this card, is if your leader is a black Finn card, when this card is played, you may choose one of your opponent's Unison cards and place it under this card. If you do, this card can't be used in a combo this turn. At the end of the turn, play the Unison card under this card in your opponent's Unison area with 2 markers on it, and its skill is negated for the game. It's huge because, as we know, there's a lot of units that are very prevalent and needed in this meta for a lot of decks. Specifically, like with this card too, like it shakes it so much that because these are autos, unless you have cards that have abilities where it doesn't get played, it gets bounced to hand, or it gets played in the discard pile but not hitting board, as soon as it hits board, even if somebody plays something like Yamchas or Freezes to nuke them, it's still stealing the Unison because of the auto. And as per what has been discussed online, is since it's in the process of going underneath it, as soon as this card's killed, the Unison that it took is gone. And that's huge. So, like, it's a card that you really got to play around when you see this Finn Black Leader, because this card will come out for pretty well almost nothing, just 1 energy, and stealing like a key. Like, okay, let's talk about examples of blue. You got your Unison, you have your Super Saiyan 3 Unisons, you have your Zenos, you have Dark Broly Unison for green, Bardock for some that are using that, even some of the black Unisons that are really prevalent right now as well. That card being able to steal it negating its skills of the game eliminates a lot. Plus, the interaction when it's coming in, if you're not careful, could still make you lose your Unison, and that's huge, especially for as cheap as it is.
It's gonna
Um,
it's gonna be insane for the fan favorite Boo Unison.
yes, no, exactly. It's just like, oh, it's another card that's worded as way as like a hate tech, where you had Zamasu blue yellow, and now you have this. And it's good to see that other colors are getting something to answer certain problematic cards. Because yeah, blue unison is like, it's a very strong unison. It's workable, but it's not something that you can answer right after it's played. It's something you have to work around to deal with it. Otherwise, you're going to get punched in the teeth.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure what your guys' input are on it or not. Feel free to chime in if you'd like.
So my thing with it, I do think I think it's an extremely good card, but it's also in the context of it saying the Unison's skills are negated for the game. That sounds a lot better than it actually is, because it is negated for the game. But as soon as a marker comes off that Unison, its skills reset as per game
Yes.
rules. So it is a good way. They get 2 markers. They still, I guess, they still have access to their counterplays, but you're still swinging on them once, knocking that marker off. Oh, you have no more counterplays. You got your skills back, but it's my turn, so I really don't care, unless obviously the Boo that can bottom deck stuff. But I think it is super strong in that aspect. And it was funny that you were saying before this, Karl, that Finn means the end in French. This is technically what they're trying to do here, is make the end of Unisons. It's supposed to just like disrupt the whole format that everyone loves with Unisons, which I don't know how meta relevant this deck is going to be, but I'm 100% down for this deck because it looks fun as hell. That's just my input on it, and I think this card is a crucial piece to that, where it's like a perfect example, like you said, is they can freeze a counterplay it, but they're just losing their own Unison doing that, because you can't combo
Or
this
even
card
if they
away.
Yamchu it,
Yeah.
same thing. Like, you lose it, it's gone.
True.
Were there any other cards you were looking for there? Looking forward to, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, of course I'm looking for it. So the next card I want to talk about is the black promo Broly Unknown Power. So it's kind of exciting to see, because it makes me hope that there might be some future support for that black Broly leader. It's going to need a lot of support, or it's going to need a reworked leader, but it's nice to see. So Broly Unknown Power, yes, yeah, the Legend's dawning. Broly Unknown Power, so it's 2 drop,
Okay.
5k, 4k power. Permanent, if your leader card is black, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. Auto, when this card is played from your hand, your opponent may look at your life. If you do, sorry, your opponent may look at your life. If they do, draw 2 cards. Your opponent chooses up to 2 cards in your life and places them in your drop area. Then you add that many cards to the top of your deck to your life and shuffle your life, and then activate main, pay 2 black. If your leader card is black, Broly card, and you place 1 card from your life into your drop area, look at your life, evolve up to 1 Broly card with an evolve skill from your life on top of this card, shuffle your life, and you can't play battle cards for the turn. So yeah, there's a lot of like interaction where the opponent can see some stuff and stuff goes in. But what's cool is, like, you can splash, well, at this point, like, you can splash a little bit of the green Broly's, because you don't need to have a black Broly specifically to evolve onto this guy. You could theoretically just grab Rampaging Horror for shits and giggles, play him, he's got double strike, and then you pick 2 cards from your opponent's hand and you rip them. Or you could even do trying to remember the name of the other guy off the top of my head. 1 second.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure it has to be green Broly. I'm trying to think of other Brolys, because everything else is BR, right? The only
Yeah.
Brolys I can think of would be the green ones, because I don't think they ever released black ones. At least not yet. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to be blessed, and then I could sell each of these leaders $20 each. Pac-Man for you, I'll do $19. Family and
It's
friend
all right, I
discount.
got 2. I appreciate it.
That's what Sheldon. I went out to Pac-Man. He'll get to at least this part of the video.
And then the other card is like Broly the Supreme Berserker. Like, he comes in, burst 5. If your opponent has 3 of those cards in hand, you can switch into active mode. He's got crit and barrier, which is pretty good. If your opponent has 4 more cards in hand, you just look at their hand, and then you could take one of their cards and discard it. Another good target. Or you could even do the Bio Broly, which is double strike, and then when he's played, your opponent has to discard two. Sorry, when he's evolved, your opponent has to discard two cards from your hand. So like, there's some targets for it. Obviously, like these are cutesy plays right now, so we would hope that there'd be something a little bit better. Like the Barrier Broly is really good to target, especially if it's in your life, but it has to be in your life. That's the only thing. So you got to really maximize on your evolves that are going in there. But it's an exciting card to see, just because you're like it showing a little bit of love support for that Black Broly leader, which would be nice. Like I said, it does need quite a bit because the leader is not the best, but that just could open up to potentially something in the future that could make him more playable, such as like Green OG Broly being pretty well cast away since like set one, and then that one field spell that came out, Demonic Restraint, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh wow, it's actually pretty decent now, especially if the right pilot's playing it.
So with
Which
this
hopefully
card,
I'm the pilot.
for this card here, the cost is reduced if you have a black leader, but the activate main is 2 black energy.
Yes.
So if you're playing the green OG leader, I don't think this card would work well with.
No. I
that
think he
leader.
was just referring to like how the green leader just got that one field card and then it brought it back from the brink. This card doesn't look like it's going to do that, but there might be a chance in the future, or maybe there's some more cards that they're going to release after where it's like, hey, we tickled your taint with this one. Let's bring out something else here, and this is the real card for the deck. Now you guys all play that movie card and buy them all off Rosas. I give you best price.
He's gonna be broken.
Yeah, just busted. TCG Market Watch right here. Hit him with the super players. All right, I'm gonna steal the spotlight here. So with the black, of course, Broly. I'm glad to just see it. Little anecdote. Went to go watch this movie. I think I already said in the beginning there. I don't know if we'll keep that clip in, but God, that movie, watching it again a second time, especially without the English dub music. It's rough to sit through. That Pantera at least keeps you in there a little bit, but it's an old Dragon Ball movie, but not old enough to be one of the good ones. I like that they're doing stuff with it. Do I think it's crazy, like, good? No. Do I think it's a fun card? Yes. I think your opponent looking at your life, it's just one of the weirdest cards they've released in a long time. It's got like such a long chain of effects that your opponent looks at your life, they ditch 2, you draw, whatever. I like that aspect of it. Do I think it's going to bring this leader to anything? I don't think so. Will I try it? Probably. But no.
If they come up like with a mechanic of refilling your life because of the leader, that might be interested. But yeah, it's tickling my senses.
The Karl senses are tingling. But I want to talk about the other promo here, actually, was the Mira, because I'm all in for Finn. I think I talked about that last week too. Finn looks cool. I don't know how good it's going to be. It looks cool. It does something weird. That's what I'm always attracted to in this game, is just weird decks that just throw people off. And this Mira works because Finn is a black android. So I am able to go into my good old Mira Creator Absorbed package where you actually get the full effect and it doesn't leave at the end of the turn, where it's double strike for the turn and your opponent chooses 3 cards in their hand and ditches them, which I think is a cute little addition to that. I think pretty much everything else was covered in black. I think Finn's sick. I think the Unison is actually pretty good as well. Underrated. I don't see many people talking about the Deborah Skill Hunter. Right there. You basically got another leader here because he's swinging and drawing all the time, and he's 20k for 1 energy. I think that's really good. And I think your opponent just needs a skillless battle card or Unison, which your leader's doing that for you, or you have a bunch of cards that do that. So I think this is a great little addition to the deck. And it's not unique, it's just limit 1, right? Or it's limit 1 for the draw. That's what it is. So you having multiple doesn't really matter. You just want one of those on board at all times and keep your hand advantage over the opponent. Get to turn 4, play that Mira, and then go to Hallelujah Town. But if there's any final closing thoughts on black, say them now, forever hold your peace. I think I'm going to start on yellow.
I have one. I think one of the cards that looks like the 2-drop Mishikabura that we're playing a few sets ago, like the for those who are playing Yu-Gi-Oh, the prohibition of Dragon Ball. Like this card is one of those cards. Like if your leader is black, so it's super generic for black players. So when this card is played from your hand, your opponent choose one of their battle card, then you choose the rest of that card, and warp is fucking filled. So for all those decks that go wide, example Piccolo. I know it's not like much played now, but still like those board go wide. Like for myself, when you're facing Xeno Gogeta with a skillless package, the board goes wide a lot of times, and you have a lot of swing. So this card can like just switch back the tempo. And for black players, it's all around 2 energy. It's not too much to invest. So I think this card is a really good tech coming up. And since the meta is slowing down, it might be a good addition. Like at least a one of it's an insane good card, and it has the flex, so it's gonna hit the board no matter what. So yeah, I think it's a good card to
Yeah, you can't even
talk about.
negate a skill, so you're gonna wipe the board.
Yep. So that will be the last card I will pinpoint on that on the black for me. Yep. Nope. Fuck.
Oh,
Sure. Oh, God damn it. Got it. We're gonna do another one. So Turles or go on first. Dormant. Choose 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 one of your opponent battle card in your barrier. Switch it to rest mode. Then you choose one of your yellow cards, and it gets plus 10k power for the battle. Yep. Yep.
Be able to awaken turn one. So it completely writes that stuff off. And the best part is I went through that whole thing and I'm pretty sure I had my mic muted. I must have hit the space bar again, so that's completely fine. But at least now we're gonna hear the Gohan part. Yeah, having Turles, so you're not gonna automatically awaken when you face Turles turn 0, which I guess they at least thought about past cards, which is good. Do I think this Gohan is really that great or special or anything? At least right now, no. They showed everything on it. Maybe they got some TPs or something, which I hated if there's a TP that makes this deck good, which that was the whole problem with TPs we were talking about last week. It could be fun, but Turles seems a lot better than this. If anyone wanted to go off of Turles since I completely blanked out that first part. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about on the first part. Now I can redo that part and then just edit this out. I was talking about the counterplay. Okay, yeah, the counterattack. So, part 2, talking about that counterattack. Now I'm actually on, Mike. So everyone's talking about how this is the death of Nimbus and all that. I don't think they read the card. I personally, don't like reading cards, especially on stream. If everybody watch that, it's madness with me. But it's got the cool effect of Nimbus without having to ditch, but it doesn't negate the attacks. So that's a big thing there. Nimbus, at least you get to negate the attack, but everyone's just like, oh, then it's kind of like Dormant Potential, where you've stopped the board state after that. You can only swing one more time. No, it's got the same thing with Nimbus, where you're stuck to swinging with battle cards one more time, but you can still swing with Unisons as many times as you want. Swing with leader as many times as you want if you got a restanding leader. The cool part about this is actually the activate battle, where you're resting something, ignoring barrier, which is huge. You can rest literally anything, and then also get 10k for the battle to save yourself, which I think is what makes this card really good. And now that I've said this for the 18th time, because I double-checked that I didn't mute myself again, please, Karl, let's just throw out the order here. What do you think about this yellow stuff?
I'm gonna go mostly about Turles, because I've been playing Turles Green for a while. I think like it started not that bad. Like being able to wait, like you already put your leader on the field and you start with a 2-cost Unison. So yeah, actually, turn 0 you're gonna have a Unison with 2 markers. So actually, turn 0 you're gonna be able to counterplay. Yeah, your yellow counterplay sucks dicks, but still, it's like we might have like better counterplay going further in the future. So like just being able to contemplate something, put it to rest mode with no energy is a first.
You
So
still
I
do
think
get a 15k blocker too out of that. That's one thing we always forget. It's still a 15k blocker. So
yeah,
it's still, you got something else along with rest moding something.
yep, true.
Especially on turn 0.
Turn 0, yeah, you're against Gogeta Zeno. Sure, they can't swing with that thwarting, but they could definitely play it, and you can switch it to rest mode and then deal with it on your turn.
Yeah, like yeah, for real, it's a nice thing to be able to do it. So like out of that, like the Turles thing, I'm not like 100% into it. Like a lot of stuff are being comboed off your life and
Welcome.
anything. So like you, if your leader card is Story Crusher card at the end of battle in which this card was used in combo from your life, play this card from your drop area and flip one of your cards in your life face up. So like now we're going all the other way around, because in green you usually flip your opponent's life to have better knowledge on the game. Now we're killing your own life to flip your own life. It's kind of weird. But the fact that I like though is that um is it here? Yeah, I think. So you can like oh man, I'm so fucked up.
Jay, what happened to your hair, man?
He leveled up.
Yeah,
I leveled up.
here's the
You
really
became
nice
a god?
here's the really nice effect though is that you can actually activate your green fruit from the previous archetype, the green one, without like with bypassing the green requirement to use it. So I think this really is good, but like the rest of the cards feels a lot lackluster. Like the in a way with the field being played on your opponent's side, like putting your all your Crusher Corpse card combo for one and free play them on the field seems better to me. Um, I think the only thing I'm not like putting that yellow slash green maybe Turles build I think I'm waiting on the multicolor card. I think maybe if there's something that might be there to help to save the archetype with their green yellow build, it's
Help
gonna
the
be
bridge.
the yeah. I think that's the last hope we have. I think like just like being able to still play the one drop that looked up 5, and you're being able to combo with any Crusher Corpse card from the top of your deck. Then after that, free play them in a green yellow kind of build would be insane. I hope there's gonna be like if there's an arrival that make you play the field for less from your hand, the green field, so you could still free play your green ones and play your yellow ones from your life. That may be interesting, but I think I'm reaching for the stars there. But I think we're gonna wait for the green yellow to say that this deck gonna be dead. But it has nice tools, maybe in the future. But yeah, that's about it with this deck. I don't know if somebody has a better like some cards you want to point out on that, because I think like everything seems nice, but it's missing something. So
Well, what I could say about green yellow in general is usually the issue is the draw power. Usually you lack draw power. Anytime you play green, your hand is usually down and out, whether you're playing it with green, blue, etc. You know what I mean? So if green and yellow is involved, big aspect is how much can they draw, or how well balanced will it be against the meta. You know what I mean? So if you need a good hand size, I think green yellow will be ruled out right away.
yeah, yeah. Well, gonna see what's gonna come up in the future. Any of you guys have a lot more to talk about of the? Oh, well, actually, I think this card is not bad though. Like choose one of your cards is 5k power for each marker when you open it Unison. This is something interesting, and it's not leader lock by any way. So a nice toolbox for any yellow deck. Like let's face it, whatever game you're gonna play, you're gonna face a Unison. So it's far from dead for and 5k for each marker. It's like it's gonna maybe get you the last push you need if your opponent go wise with Unison. Like if we talk about blue, and we all know that ramp deck are all around like Zamasu's SS3 or whatever. Like a lot
Yeah.
of those decks are playing the Xeno Unison, so usually the Xeno Unison easily is gonna go to 6 markers, or even Baby Vegeta if someone to play those decks. It's like a lot of markers seems really good with that. So yeah,
Did
that's a good card.
did you guys speak about the Forbidden Power card?
Yep.
Oh
Well,
man, I
we
just want to say that that card, like even the artwork looks pretty mint.
yeah, even the SPR looked good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and today playing yellow, I was turned 2 killed by the Black Mass Saint. He swung like 10 times. So I think like this may help like this kind of card, cuz I'm looking at it right now, and uh yeah, so if I were to play this and counterattack with it, they can only attack once more with battle cards. So it'll help against matchups like that playing yellow. If you were to play a Black Mass Sane, because they could turn 2 kill you. It happened with me today. They put me from 7 life to 0. I think they had like 10 swings or something crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely a good card for yellow,
I
and the
did
artwork's pretty badass.
I did mention it too. That Nimbus does the same thing, but better for that counter attack. I think it's worth ditching the card to get that extra negate, because this one doesn't negate the first swing, right? And it's still Unisons and leader can attack, and that leader, especially Mass Saiyan, is crit 20k coming at your face. It's the activate battle that I think is stupid good on this. Being able
Yeah,
to rest something, ignoring barrier, just like especially against decks that play big boss monsters, which we know a lot, like Xeno Gogeta, they could play multiple ones, but the
yeah.
thwarting, resting their one unique, it's not like there's not like they can get rid of it with bell mods and play 4 in a turn now. So that's actually crucial to that. Oh, looks like you can't warp this turn, so have fun.
Yeah.
Dude, like this card's like it's the same thing as Power of a Super Saiyan. Most people use the activate battle, right? Not the counter.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
just yeah, is like just at least
backup.
having that counter attack though. It's that bonus that makes it like a possible staple, just like Power of a Super Saiyan
No.
is. Like, you know what I mean?
100%. I don't
Yeah,
think it should be judged by its counterattack aspect. I think it's the activate battle should be what you're mainly using it for. And just
yeah,
another card. Well, thank God they did this after Mecha Frieza, because if this was in Mecha Frieza, everyone, oh great, well free, I get to rest a card, get 10k, have fun.
Well, so still
Well, I
like
mean, one thing to mention too is like it's basically very similar to a Vegeta's Final Flash to a degree, targeting barrier, right? So
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I might test play that as a tool in the Gohan deck, like depending on November with the ban list and all. But yeah, no, like even just the artwork about it. But I agree with what Lucas is saying as well, is that the activate battle is definitely what makes that card, what it is. The counter attack is just a bonus, and like I said, as an example, though, if I'm playing Black Knight saying I have that, I'm probably gonna use the counter attack because I'll shut down a whole turn, and if they swing with a Unison or leader instead, it's kind of like a flying nimbus in its own sense as well. So it depends on if they misplay or the timing of it or don't expect it as well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, but
Still,
but yeah.
still, it's the different tool. Like we said, like Nimbus has a cost. So actually, for one energy, it's a -2 in your hand.
Hmm.
And this one for one energy, the attack still pass through, but you're gonna get the same effect. So you have one more card in your hand. So like we all know those battle where it's tight as fuck and you're just beating your opponent by 5k. This might be the only difference you need in your deck or the situation or the opponent you're gonna face off. So it's a really nice addition.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be nice for deck building with that.
I'm sure Frank, our teammate, is gonna really like the artwork too, seeing that Goku's getting tortured because apparently I think he hates Goku, right? So he's gonna be like, yes.
Goku's my
He might
worst
just start.
enemy.
He might just play yellow now just because of that card and the artwork, just
There's
so
no
he can
way.
see Goku.
Unless he's throwing an Android 18, he's not playing yellow. Which I know he's running blue yellow with that to run Zamasu and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should see that wall painting with the in his dungeon with all the whip and everything. Yeah, he likes torture. He loves that.
So I got a question for Jay. Are you gonna go Ultra Instinct next Team Talk or what? Like,
No, I'm not there yet. I need more training.
He's got
he needs
Shenron
more
behind him.
training.
He
I do
can
have
wish.
Shenron, yeah.
He can wish.
Well,
Yeah.
He's been sitting
Um,
there. He's just like, when you making this wish, dog? I want to go.
So I'm gonna pass the torch to whoever wants it.
could
Who
I
wants
jump
to-
in?
Yep.
Jump in.
Sure.
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
So, so yeah, one yellow card I really about is Son Goku Steadfast Assistance.
Oh no.
No, not that one. That'll be the next one though. Yeah, that one. So I really like this card for a few reasons. One, it's counterplay, very similar to Prideful. Plus, you get to draw a card. That's pretty dope. It reduces its energy cost for one for each extra card in your battle area. So that's pretty solid too. Yeah, again, it's ideally if you run 2 extra cards, like it would be great as drop. Some yellow decks don't run the extra cards, but still, like there's some that are still prevalent in some decks. Like we still see Planet Vegeta floating around from time to time, and it's just, in my opinion, like being able to counterplay this, tapping something down, drawing a card, and then having a blocker on board for potentially 1 energy, especially if you don't have a Unison on board, is really, really decent. Definitely a pretty versatile counterplay, I think, in my opinion. Again, it's based on if you have some extra cards on board, but still, like I think it has some very good potential, um, especially with the meta of everything's going later. But when those boss monsters start coming out when it's later, you really want to make sure that they don't swing.
You know what's cool about Planet Vegeta too is if they like rebuffed the old leader or just made a new one in general, where it's kind of like King Cold where you get to play Planet Vegeta for free on your fields, and then this way off of that, like I don't know. I just think that would be a cool like a cool leader to adjust to the game, as long as it's not broken, you know.
No, exactly, and I think it's a pretty solid card personally. You know, like just especially if, like, okay, let's say you do forward, you now play prideful, and this if you have the mana open counterplay if someone spawns, and that's pretty big.
Yeah, because Planet Vegeta, like the apes was always my favorite archetype. Frick, I can't talk right now. I'm just gonna stop right
You
there.
said it right the first time.
He said,
Did I?
Yeah.
The archetype.
Wow.
Yellow family.
Yeah, man. I'm just it is what it is, man. I'm just gonna stop right there. But anyways, yeah, Planet Vegeta. I just want them to bring the apes back into the game. And isn't there a new leader coming out that involves the apes?
Well, the 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 the
Go
the,
ahead,
the,
Karl.
the Gohan, I think the Gohan have a few apes cards, but like the yellow leader works with the fields. I
Mm-hmm.
think there's that ape that there's in the Gohan, but I still if this card battle card will be placed in the owner's drop. By one of your skill, it's sent to your owner's weapon instead. If your leader card is yellow, so yeah, extra
That
card, but
card's pretty good too.
yeah, yeah, like it's not centered around ape, but like there's a few ape cards that went. Like I think there's the Turles that take control of ape on the other side of the field or something like that. Powerball. I think we're missing some cards. Am I wrong? Oh shit,
Hey Jonah, in the background, your background, do you have DBZ stuff or DBS stuff in there as well?
In there,
Yeah. That's like
In
your
the
collection, right?
forbidden cabinet.
Yeah,
it's all
exactly. He closes the sheets like the blinds. He's like, you can't look. It's none of your business.
it's all Transformers. All Transformers action figures since I've
ah,
been collecting since I was a kid.
Damn, man, that's probably worth money, man.
they're the new ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, like
Uh,
the Turles can like temper with a few apes thing and everything, but like there's not yellow decks centered around apes right now. But like there's a few good cards, and I don't know if somebody want to talk about Son Goku gift.
that was the card that I wanted to talk about because that card is very, very good.
Go for it.
Yeah, we were
Go
chatting
ahead.
about that. That card is nuts.
Yeah.
All
So
right, so Son Goku busted as fuck. I mean, a gift from the earth. Um, you know, deflect blocker, 5k combo, 5 drop to play for each marker or Unison card in play. Reduce the energy of this card in your hand by 1. It's permanent. Activate main once per turn. Choose one of your opponent's Unison cards with 3 or more markers on it. When you remove markers from a card using this card's skill this turn, you can remove that many markers from the chosen card as well. Activate Bane. Limit 1, Spirit plus 2. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less in rest mode. KO it, and this card gets 5k and double strike for the turn. And it is a 20k already. So, what can be said about this card that's not clearly stated in the wall of text I just repeated? It's Unison Killer. It's super threatening. It's a double striker. It also has blocker. Has deflect when it's on board. That's pretty huge.
like
Like
like being able to
this will murder weenie Unisons if you're not careful.
yeah being able to fish in your opponent's marker reserve is insane. Like
Mm-hmm.
Then
Especially when
again,
you have problematic Unisons that
y-
you know.
not just the weenie unisons, because you got to think about this too. Because I think it restricts it if they have 3 or more markers, right, for the permanent. So, like everyone hates Boo Unison, like I said, there's always answers for it, and this is another one where you're playing this down. It's got deflects, they can't answer to it, and then unless they really want to get rid of it, and they have 5 energy for Baby Ape. But if they got Boo Unison, they can't be doing that free Baby Ape stuff. So you play that down. You Spirit Boost 2. Boo's down to 2 markers now. You swing with leader. You swing with your Unison. Boo's not there anymore. And then you got this guy to either keep for a blocker or just say, well, nice turn, buddy.
I will say that green probably has one of the more decent outs for it because they can freeze it. But that's like pretty well it. Like as soon as it hits, if you don't respond to it being played before they can activate Bane, like it's gonna rip a shitload of markers off of the Unison almost unplayable for that turn, if not dead when it swings.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card. Damn.
But yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Who wants to talk next?
For some
Super Saiyan Blue Jaudat
for some
or Franco?
for some
I
reason,
think I think all the yellow cards have been covered, so I'm just gonna let the yellow cards go.
There you go.
yeah, I was gonna say for some reason I was looking at Karl and I was thinking of Nappa, that card where he's got like a golden beard. Like I could see Karl like turning Super Saiyan and his beard goes gold. I don't know, it just popped up in my head.
The way this,
It's-
yeah, I was gonna say, go while I throw my temper tantrum.
I was just a SS3 Napa. That's what
Nah.
you
I
can
was-
go in.
I was just gonna say, like, now I feel weird in this bottom row. Now I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but at least on the video it'll be the bottom row where the exact lookalikes beside each other. I guess now I gotta shave and get the goatee too. Maybe put a little extra black dye in there so it's a little darker too. There,
With glasses.
I
Oh, there you
this is the only see-through thing I got here. I got
go.
There's your
Yeah.
scouter.
there we go. I'm turless now. But yeah, so we went over yellow. Next topic is the gold Nats leaders, and whatever. We don't even need to show them. If you got them, pull them up. But Jay, since you didn't get to say anything about yellow, I know one of those leaders there are near and dear to your heart. So why not spit some facts?
You know, the two options are really awesome. I'm loving the Vegeta. I'm sure everybody's gonna be loving the Vegeta. And then there is the Sin Shenron. Surprised that they did that in gold. But it looks amazing. If I was to finish first, I'd be split because it is Vegeta, and I do play Sin a lot, so I'd be torn. Which card I take?
You gotta take Sin, man. You got Sin right behind you. Wish for him right now.
Is it a split? I thought it was first and second was how it was, and then third was Gogeta.
Yes, I would think first would get his pick of which one they wanted between the Vegeta and the Sin.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Because then you have the other art too that has first and second. I thought they just correlated where you would have if you got first, you get Sin, but it makes more sense that you get choice.
Yeah,
then
they should.
Then you get the third place silver card there.
Yeah, Xano Gogeta. Faithful Fusion.
I think Sin is gonna look sick for the golden card for sure. He's gonna look pretty badass.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I like their colored variants a lot. It's hard to tell the gold on just by a picture, right? That's just anything like
Yeah.
that where it's just like this is gonna be a hunk of metal. It's gonna in person be textured, and you're looking at it. It looks much different than a piece of just picture with sample written across it, where it's so bright that you can't even tell what the hell's going on.
Yeah. The texture is gonna in real life is gonna make the difference.
But they do have another gold card. It is a question mark, and it is from BT16001. So it's got to be a red leader. And it's set 16. So you're gonna get the choice of a future leader, or Vegeta, or Sin. I would think.
I think it's gonna be Pilaf. Just that's my pick.
Hey,
That would be
that's another peel off red leader. I'm down.
Pilaf reboot where he's all jacked up and big.
Maybe
Yeah,
it'll be Oolong.
he took the Garlic Jr. steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take the Garlic Jr. body and Photoshop and peel
Yeah.
off.
Well, actually, Garlic Jr. has never been defeated. Just throwing it out there. He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still
Hey, that-
stupid for opening the only thing to kill him. Or
That
beat
would
him.
be awesome if they brought him back and he was like super powerful or something. Like, why not?
Like I'm really hoping for Moreau to come up too from
Who?
DBS. Moreau,
Moreau.
Oh, oh,
Moreau.
Moreau.
Moro.
Hmm.
The the
So
the
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 goat
sheep
man.
one.
so just
Yeah,
double
the goat.
checking the first place. The first place
Meh.
gets the first choice of the alt art leader metal card, and then second place gets the alt art leader Shenron, and then third place gets the alt art. Sorry, no, my apologies. Alt art metal card second choice, and third gets the third choice
Okay.
for the
So
metal.
it is that.
Yep.
No, I don't know if there's much more to cover. Did anybody have any input on any closing thoughts on that?
No,
Or
I
we
think it's going to be a fun event, and there's going to be a lot of people looking to win some money because top 32, you get a $300 travel voucher at a minimum.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad.
I'll put a closing thought for it. Hey Bandai, do stuff in Canada.
There we go.
Yeah.
You honestly beat me
Yeah,
to it.
God damn it, for real.
Have
Yeah,
a
head
goddamn
over
national
here.
in Canada,
It's like-
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a shitload of us here, and we would love to play, but again, Canada.
And
I
we
can afford to travel to a province. I can't afford to travel to California.
we've been playing since day one as well, so
Mm.
we've been here from the start, this area,
Yeah.
Need more love since the celebration thing.
Especially
Yeah.
after a pandemic. Where you at? We're here.
Yeah, all the viewers that are watching this, like and smash that subscribe button and paste it and whore it out to Bandai, please.
Just this clip here. I don't want them listening to anything else and they take us down.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 100%. They're what? Canada and the US is just one country. This is national is just one country, eh? I don't know. That's just one thing that I found silly. And weren't they talking about some cap with Nats anyway? It's just like, okay, so they're restricting more people. I get it. We're in a pandemic, but just make 2 Nats. Just make one for Canada, one for the U.S. I know U.S. has a lot more
Well,
players,
they've
but
done the same thing. They've already done the same thing for Oceania and Asia. There's 2 different nats for them now. Why can't they do the same thing with U.S. and Canada? Let the Canadian people, have a national in or finals in Canada.
Yeah, we just got to start pushing those buttons.
no.
There's multiple stores ready to sign up to support Bandai and hold the regionals, hold the finals. Just they need the opportunity.
No.
Absolutely.
100%. Well, let's go into our final topic here. And I flashed it in the beginning. We're going to be talking about Jonah, aka J-Bot's mats. There's one there.
Damn.
That was one where.
I don't fucking recognize that, man.
No, that's the best part was that was the one where I asked for a Goku Black one, which is right here. And then you're just like, I saw you play Red Jiren last night. I just made this mat thinking about that deck, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! Now I gotta buy 2 mats. Like, what the hell's going on? I just bought another 2, which I don't know if you have them in that
Yeah.
folder, but they're the Zamasu one ridiculous, the Berserk one, which completely off topic from Dragon Ball Super. I'm just like, Team Berserk, gotta have Berserk the anime. I got all the deluxe manga over there, so I needed something like that too. But yeah, crazy detail, and they came out amazing. I don't know if anybody else has theirs on them. We have the file here that Karl's going through.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I accidentally closed it all.
Oh
Like an
my god!
idiot. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
up.
There.
Ooh, you're showing them off?
Oh yeah. Like mine's coming up. Like it's later down the list. I don't know. I think I am gonna let like Jonah
Please.
orchestrated this one because like he's the creator, so all goes for him. But if you want to show some exactly
Any specific
Go
ones that stood out for you that you thought looked like the best stuff?
Show off the Bojack one, man. Look at that Bojack playmat.
I mean, like they all were a blast to throw together, and
That is
it's
sick.
some of the crispy art that I was able to find off of a few things too that I was able to adjust in Photoshop and stuff like that. Add some of the zones, throw a logo on there. It just adds into it. Like I really like this mat too with Bojack because the energy reserve that's going on his hand there with their logo really crisp and Another mat that I really like is the Trio de Dangers mat with their logo as the moon in the background.
Yeah, you made that one for me.
That's another one of my favorite mats,
Yeah.
especially when the dogs are all like trying to break through all the zones
Yeah.
too, which is kind of dope.
Yeah, who
Really
let
like
the
that.
dogs out, man?
And for real,
Yeah,
like
what
It's
the
good
dog
for,
doing?
It's very Halloweeny right now.
yeah, exactly. Damn, it's scary. I have the same mind.
You guys are the same person. You guys were split up. You guys used to be a superhero. You need to fuse again. That's grab the pataras, go nuts.
Yeah.
Like like the watermelon meme.
Oh my
Yes,
god,
exactly.
yeah. I'm not sure if you guys saw today,
Oh
but
Very
my God.
yeah,
confused.
Facebook chat. It's just like with Facebook chat, we were just like, oh man, everybody loves a woman like Kale, where they can crush your head between your thighs, and then literally me and Karl post the same meme, which is a muscular girl literally crushing a watermelon in her thighs, literally seconds of each other. Like, you my fucking double.
If the two of you fuse together, I'm trying to think of a name. Like, what would we call you?
Yeah, you could call them either of them. It'd be like Piccolo and Kami fusing. That's what it is. It's just they used to be one person. They forgot about that one person. They've been separated for thousands of years, and they'll fuse again. We'll just be like, yeah, we'll call you whatever one.
We'll just add Junior to it, like
Yeah.
they did with Piccolo. Piccolo Junior, you know? Like,
Yeah.
And then another one of the mats I really like. If you click off of that, Karl, there. I mean, of course, Broly fanboy. Broly, we'll talk about Broly mat after the Super 17. I love this mat. This so simple, so green.
green,
It's perfect.
green's my favorite color. Like, for this game, I played green the most, but the last, I would say, about a year, I took a break on it because I played it so much, you know? But yeah, that playmat's sick.
The
I love
the
this. I love the color.
it speaks like neon vibe. It looks like a neon vibe, and it's insane. I really like this one too. It looks good.
Yeah. But yeah, and if one of you guys want to, you
Maybe
guys really like
maybe
Brave,
show
like
the oh sorry maybe show
go ahead.
the King Cold one because a lot of people are playing King Cold still. You made
Oh, yeah.
a King Cold one. Oh, that one with Bardock too. You have to show that.
No, don't want to.
You're saving it
The
till you get it
spoilers.
printed.
Well, it's
Mm.
coming up. It's coming up for real.
Well, if this
Like,
was not gonna
I
load,
I think
Yeah.
after the King Cold one, you should show the Sin Shenron Xeno. I
Sick.
think Jonah did a hell of a job with that one.
yeah. Oh yeah. Looks really
So
good.
this was commissioned by Frank.
Yeah.
He wanted those specific characters. Took a bit. King Cold was a little bit tricky to find some, but
Just
what was found matches quite well with it.
just look at Cooler. Like Cooler is one of the most badass looking characters out of the whole DBZ. Like in my opinion, he just looks super badass. They
No.
gotta make him like canon or however you say, because right now he's not actually a part of it, right? He's non-canon, or am I doing it backwards?
no, you got it right.
No, you're right.
No, it's not canon.
I don't know if anybody's familiar with Devil Artemis, but Cooler and Devil Artemis is named Pimp Daddy C.
Pimp Daddy C?
Yeah, Pimp Daddy
Is that
C.
what your woman calls you, Pimp Daddy?
Oh,
Anyway, I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, yeah, we'll the Xenosin is really insane. Like, did a really good job on that one too. A lot
Yeah,
of
that
work.
one. There is some Xeno out there, but like that specifically didn't 100% exist. I kind of had to do my Photoshop skills to make him look like it, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's you have talent, man. It's awesome.
No, yeah, that looks sick, and I like how it's hard to notice, but you could tell the smoke dragon in the back.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
how it all comes together. But I wanted to say the Zamasu one, because that one's by far my favorite. As soon as I saw that and you messaged me, heard you like Zamasu, and this is right after. This is right after I bought these two. I'm like, you bastard! Like, why? Why did you do this to me? Not that Zamasu one. It was you just passed it. The one where it's fused Zamasu and it's like green. Like it's the best. I think that's the best background.
Oh yeah.
This one is amazing, and the logo too. This one's by far my favorite.
Oh man, that Topo one looks pretty badass too.
Well, you know what? look crispy as hell. And this one, man, this
Yeah,
one is.
the just literally just the way he's got his pose, his priestly pose, going, "Try me," and then with the
And
logo
like
and
the
everything, and the like, I don't know what you want to call that, but you see the like wings in the background too. I'm just like, yeah, that's beautiful.
no, yeah, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very nice one.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, man.
And,
But for for our teammate Frank there, the Android 18 one, he probably definitely wants that playmat.
Well, I made two Android 18s. I made Android 18 when she was a fighter during the Cell Saga, well, Android Saga, and then the other one where she's a mom. So you got your choice.
Look at that
Those are like
playmat.
moms.
That playmat is disgusting. Oh,
yeah,
Now,
that's
truth be
mine.
told, I didn't draw that. That was an artwork piece that Karl found, but I did take it and I adjusted the colors and everything to make it mesh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
mine coming up right now.
So so basically, what you're saying is when you get this mat, Carl, you're playing your Bardock's crew finally that you keep talking about and hyping up.
Yeah, well, like we all know that next set Bandai's gonna release that blue yellow surge we all wanted. So yeah, we all know that it's coming up. So I'm getting prepared. That's all. Like they're already telling us that they did a super combo and everything. So yeah, it's there. It's on the corner. I know.
100%.
And here's the thirsty playmat. I really like it too. It looks good.
Well, it's not that bad. Like
Well,
I don't
you're
really want
dehydrated?
I don't really want to design like super inappropriate playmats by any stretch of the degree. But you know, like it is Bulma. It's not that bad. It's young
Oh, for
Bulma
real.
at the comic house.
It's passable for real.
It's like Webkin's Tiger passable, right, Carl?
Yeah,
Did
it
you
is.
did you think of a new toy yet?
For real. No, I'm like out of
He broke all his toys.
Yeah, that's what you gotta go take your kids. Hey, we're going to Toys R Us. Pick out whatever toy you want, and really, it's just in the back of your head so you can slam dunk it.
Oh man, for real.
Now I will say that this photo, I think I remember to find it online. I did not draw it, of course, but I just took and did some adjustments with colors. So I don't know, obviously, the design, but you know, it's a very nice design. The person that did it should feel very proud of it, and I'm not charging you guys for this anyway. I'm just creating stuff, and you guys buy your own playmat essentially.
And one thing that like it's really subtle, but on this one I really like the not the foggy,
The
but like
granular
yeah,
effect, yeah.
like
It's like stippling, like water droplets.
yeah, or like through a textured glass or something. I really like that effect. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's different than the other ones, that's for sure.
Same for 18. Yeah, like for real, awesome job. We're it's so insane. Like
It's an honor to
uh,
have you on the team.
oh yeah,
There
oh
we
yeah.
go.
Well, thank you. I enjoy doing it.
I got the assist there. I got
Yeah,
There you go. He did the
Should be.
alley-oop.
layup.
layup.
Alley-oop?
Alley-oop.
Even the Saiyaman one is insane. They're all insane. Well, I'm gonna like.
I know you're gonna go through all of them. You're just like, yeah, this one's insane. This one's insane. It's true.
For
They
the
all
next
are.
hour, we're gonna
Yeah.
go through
Yeah,
all
have
the mats.
fun.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, this one will be
And
the
there's,
last
and
one.
there's still more to come. I got
Yeah.
lots of art.
You could also print like tokens for us too, right?
Absolutely.
There
I'm
you-
working on some designs right now.
Yeah, that's awesome right there, man. I definitely want some tokens.
I'll be honest with you. Somebody wanted me to make an after image token, and they wanted to have something memey. So I found a picture of Bernie Sanders. I was going to put a couple of them on the one token.
I'm gonna have to see this.
It's not done yet.
Sanders. Oh my god. So, any of you guys wanna put something at the end? Oh my god, the blue one. I'm restraining to click on the blue one. Oh,
Click on it. Just click on it.
Oh no. I
Oh
slipped.
no.
Oh no.
What happened?
Surprise,
She was
surprise,
she
What's going on?
she was wide open on the floor and I fell.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, look at that!
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah. Anywho, any of you guys want to put something more? Lucas, Jonah, Jay, Frank.
No, I'm gonna call it a night and instant transmission out of here.
There you go.
So so yeah. So I think that's gonna wrap up that last Steam talk. And
Well, it's
Berserk
not the
out.
last team talk. There's going to be more.
Well, the most recent.
Yeah,
Yes.
The most recent.
The most recent.
that's a very nice.
Okay.
So like
Smash that like button. You know, share it to everyone. Pour it out. Appreciate everyone that's watching this. You know, like
Yeah, see, we got the Pimp
we do
Daddy.
our best.
We have the Pimp Daddy right here. He's telling you horror it out.
Yep.
Pimp Daddy C. Pimp Daddy C.
so take care, guys, and Berserk out.
Yeah, Berserk out. Peace.
Peace, guys.
See ya.